happening just a short while ago. New York City Schools Chancellor David Banks coming together with the PEP, that's the city's panel for education policy, to discuss the potential restoration of funding for schools citywide.
It is easily the most talked about part of the city's upcoming budget. And News 12's Jordan Kassane, which comes to us now from Canarsie with the very latest on that meeting. Jordan.
Yeah, Kurt and Amanda, last month, New York City's council passed their 2023 fiscal budget, which included a nearly $215 million cut from schools funding. New Yorkers have been protesting this decision over the last month, and tonight, the city's panel for education held a virtual meeting to discuss potentially reversing that cut.
I'm hopeful that soon we may have some good news to report. That's the most that I could say at this moment in time. We have been listening, we have been talking, we have been negotiating, and we're certainly hopeful that we can come up with something that would provide a greater level of relief to our schools.
New York City Schools Chancellor David Banks telling concerned school children and parents that his team, along with the mayor's office and city council, are working toward potentially restoring funding for city schools, something he says he's hopeful about. Well, in a tweet, City Comptroller Brad Lander echoing the chancellor's sentiment, writing in part that he is encouraged by reports that City Hall and schools are in talks with Mayor Adams to potentially restore that funding to schools. Tonight, Chancellor Banks reminding teachers, parents, students, and staff, those who could potentially bear the brunt of this effects of the budget decision, if not reversed, that he will continue fighting for them.
In the long run, we're going to continue to need more funding. We're going to continue to need to advocate to the state to get more funding for the kinds of things that we need in our school system. And so you just know that I will be right out front, continue to fight for that.
So again, the school's chancellor telling us that really at this point he cannot share much more. Toward the end of the meeting, he told teachers, parents, staff, and students to keep their fingers crossed. We're in Canarsie. I'm Jordan Kassane, News 12.